What is Microsoft Viva Engage? In this video, I'm going to be giving you a bit of an introduction on what is Microsoft Viva Engage and also showing you how some of the key features work. Microsoft's goal through Viva Engage is to connect everyone at your organization through employee communities and conversations. Before we talk about the exact specific features of Viva Engage, I want to talk a little bit about how Microsoft break down what they see the outcomes of using Viva Engage are. And they're broken into 4 specific areas, which is build community, share knowledge, engage employees, and connect with leadership. Under build community, we can see we've got connect with coworkers, engage in social communities created around interests, job types, departments, and other topics. Start open conversations, join discussions, create posts, mention coworkers, and pin conversations and build dialogue across teams. As well as that, we can make announcements at scale, keep employees informed and engage with various types of announcements wherever they are. And finally, under build community, we have creating virtual town halls. Bring leaders and employees together for virtual events with video, Q&As, and meaningful conversation. So communities can be built around so many different things, from different types of work and departments to social initiatives, such as football teams and other things which we're going to look at later on. The second type of outcome of using Viva Engage would be sharing knowledge. Now, the first area of this is discovering information. Encourage sharing of ideas, answers, and best practices, and finding interesting people to connect with. This can be done using the questions feature that we're going to look at later on. Also, we can post questions, as I was saying before, that is a feature which allows us to connect with experts and get answers to questions within your organization. This means that you can tap into some resources that might have some skills and knowledge in other teams that you don't necessarily have. So rather than looking at maybe outsourcing straight away, you can maybe look internally for resource and skill sets. And finally, under sharing knowledge, we have highlight the best answers. So those questions which gets posted, we can also help employees learn by upvoting them, which is a bit like how inside of Reddit works. And we can upvote those replies and mark best answers to crowdsource solutions. So not only can we get different experts from around the organization to respond, we can also almost encourage this further by marking it as sort of a highlight the best answer. And not only does that person feel like, okay, they've contributed, but also it'll speed up the process next time someone's looking to answer a similar question. The third area of an outcome of using Viva Engage would be engaging employees and encouraging collaboration. So asking questions, participating in polls, praising colleagues as well, which is very important, and voting on answers. As well as that, we can gain insights, get detailed engagement analytics on every community event and conversation. And the final outcome is connect with leadership. Foster open dialogue. Facilitate open conversations between leadership and employees so everyone thrives. We can engage with leaders by providing a centralized place to find discussions, events, campaigns, and recent activity from leaders. So to summarize, the purpose of Viva Engage is to basically provide a platform that fosters deeper community engagement similar to enterprise social networks. It provides employees with a space to engage in meaningful conversations, share ideas, and communicate across the wider business. So now let's jump into looking at some of the features of Viva Engage. So the first feature is your own profile page. Now, every employee that uses Viva Engage will have their own profile page, and think of this a little bit like your own, say, Facebook page or Instagram page, which is personal to you. It allows you to have visibility of your own storyline, which is essentially where you can post different types of content to your own feed, and then you can see a roll-up of your feed of exactly what you've been posting, what people have been replying to, and other content that Viva Engage thinks is going to be useful for you to be able to see. So, as I said, there's different types of posts that we can create. We can create what we call discussions, which are essentially sharing thoughts or ideas, maybe updates, or just general things that you might post in a kind of social setting. By clicking into the text box, we can choose to create a post. So we could say something like, who is excited for our next town hall meeting. I know I am. We can apply emojis and things like that in here. And we can also tag other people as well. So if we wanted to, we can tag other people inside of this particular post, and that will give them a notification to come and take a look. We can also format this. We can make bold, italic. We can provide hyperlinks, bullet points. We could also add in images, or if we wanted to, we could even record a little video and embed that directly into a post, which is what you can see further down here. I created a little video basically just to show people how Viva Engage works, and embedded that directly into a post from my recording. I can attach files, and I can also attach what we call topics, so it makes it easier to find things using topics. Maybe if it's related to a specific project or initiative that we have inside of our organization, we can tag that with a topic, and we can find all the different conversations which are taking place using that topic. I can then click on post, and that then creates me my post which appears on my own feed. Other types of posts, we have things like questions. Now, this is where I was saying before, you get the option of asking a question, which you can put out to tag specific people, or you could be posting a question into one of these communities, which we'll be talking about in a minute, and get some responses from those different groups of people. This is where we would then be able to choose to upvote or give the best answer as well via using one of these question posts. Praise is where we want to specifically call out a colleague for something that they've done and give them a public recognition using this praise feature. Again, all we need to do is type in a little message and maybe specify who it is that we're praising. So say thanks again for helping with the photo shoot last week. And then click on post, and that praise will then automatically be sent to Jade. She's aware, and I could tag people in there. Other team members could come along, give it a like, maybe drop a comment and say, well done, Jade. Then the final type of post is a poll, where essentially you could put in a question, you can add in multiple answers. So this might be, for example, where do we want to go for the Christmas party? Or what did we think of a recent project? Or anything that you wanted to sort of poll people about, and then you can gather their responses. So we could put in here, for example, a quick poll to say, what do we think of the new EV car benefit, which is a new benefit that's been rolled out at Valto to Valto employees, and we could ask people to say whether they think it's amazing, okay, or they do not like. And again, by posting that then creates us our little poll, which we can then choose to say, for example, we think it's amazing, and we can see the amount of votes that have been pushed through. The next feature of Microsoft Viva Engage is communities. Now, communities allows employees to create and join a group of people based on interests, departments, or projects. The features include thread discussions, announcements, and polls for active participation. Now, the communities tab is broken out into a couple of different areas. We've got my communities, which are essentially communities I'm a member of. Discover communities, which is essentially broken into official communities, which are where we can see we've got this little tick mark here. And this means that this is an official Valto community that we've created. And a bit like on Twitter, or X as it's now known, you can have official badges. Now, the reason for this is that Viva Engage is quite often used by very large enterprise companies, and people can create their own communities. So for example, we can see we've got things like running clubs or golf teams that I'm part of those communities, but they're not communities that are officially pushed out by Valto. They're managed by community owners that have created those particular Viva Engage communities. Whereas actually things like the all company community or Copilot adoption, these are things which are actually being centrally governed by Valto as a company that we want people to be a part of, and the information which is coming from it we know is essentially official facts that are coming from the company. So if any content gets published there, that can be taken essentially as gospel, as it's come from the company. Whereas if we were to see an update in the golf team to say, this is something that's happening or changing in work, then we know that that's an unofficial source of information. So we can jump into a particular community just by clicking on it. So say, for example, if I was to click on this blog community, I could see all the different posts which are being posted inside of here. And this is just a dummy example, but you could see this could be somewhere that we posted our blog articles for all of our employees to see new articles that are being published to the Valto website. We can always choose to essentially favorite with this love heart symbol, and that will then show back up in communities, and we can see all of our favorite communities on the left hand side as well. The next feature of Viva Engage is known as storylines. So storylines are essentially other people's feeds which I can see. So I'm following, for example, Jade, and I can see all the things that she's posted. She's posted a recent poll. I can see where she's praised people, and essentially this is where I can see all of the people that I'm kind of following and other news, announcements, updates, questions, praise, polls from around the organization. Think of this as the main kind of feed area of Viva Engage, a little bit like the home page of your Facebook. It's not your profile page, it's essentially the feed of all the other posts which are being created around the organization. Viva Engage also nicely integrates with Microsoft Teams, and you can easily add the Viva Engage tab as an IT admin to the left-hand side of Microsoft Teams so people can access Viva Engage from Microsoft Teams. So if you have an organization which is very much about using Microsoft Teams as your interface for day-to-day working, then why not access Viva Engage from Teams rather than, let's say, the browser, which I was showing you a second ago. If you're considering rolling out Viva Engage to your organization, then Valto truly are the adoption specialists. There's a link in the description of this video below to help you get in contact with us. And we help you throughout the entire journey of understanding how you're going to be using Viva Engage, conducting workshops, as well as offering a fixed price for the deployment, as well as training and adoption for Viva Engage. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, please like the video, subscribe to our channel for future videos, and if you've got any questions at all, you can use a contact form or you can use a comment section below. Thank you.